You know, I've been on this earth for a very long time. We went through how many presidents since I've been born? We started out with, I forgot the guy's name. I can't think straight, man. You know, it's gotten so bad. I can't even think straight. I forgot the president that started out when I was born. Well, I'll start with him first. Nixon, all right. Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and the guy they call Trump. 9 presidents. Okay. Of the 9 presidents, really 10 because I forgot 4. Out of the 10 presidents that have been around since I've been alive, Donald Trump is the worst. Not just president. He must be one of the worst human beings I've ever witnessed out here in my life. And I'm saying that. I don't care. I'm saying that. This is how I feel. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm upset. You know, there's a lot of things going wrong right now. It's just not right. Things I've seen, things I've read, some things I've witnessed. It's just not right anymore. And I gotta get off my mind. I gotta get off my chest. You know, my old lady, I was talking this morning, and I really didn't want to really rattle. She just celebrated her birthday yesterday. I didn't want to rally her too much about it because she was like, I don't want to talk about it. It's starting to make me depressed, and I really don't want to get to her. Because she's my numero uno baby. And but I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. I just got finished reading something that really, really says a lot of what I've been feeling. And now he's starting to get another vote of no confidence. I don't know how he supposedly ratings went up, his approval went up. I don't see that. I really don't see. I can't see that. Somebody must have fudged something somewhere. Because there's no way his approval ratings went up that high. I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe it for a moment or for a minute. I truly don't. Because after all, Trump is not the smartest president we know. He's not. But anyway, let's get this in right quick. This is DJ Wolf Live. Corona Crazy. Day 5. All right, guys. There was this article. Not an article. There's a statement that just came out about a little over an hour ago from a local NBC station out here in the DMV. It says, Trump's admin's lack of a unified national coronavirus strategy will cost lives, says a dozen experts. Hell, it's already happening right now. It's already happening. If you didn't think it wasn't costing lives before, it's definitely doing it now. It's definitely doing it right now. So I'm like, really? So let me read to you. I'm going to try to paraphrase what it says. It wasn't even actually, okay, that's the full story from the website. Okay, let me read what it says because it connected to the NBC News website. It's crazy. My source says, each day that passes without a national strategy, the experts say will raise the ultimate U.S. death toll from the coronavirus. No shit. It's doing it now. You know? This is what bothers me about this. Let me before I go any further. Trump, in less than 4 years, have hired and fired more people than any other president I've ever witnessed. Which is why I said that we went through 10 presidents. You know, 10 presidents. All right. I've never seen it happen before. He fired a lot of people and hired a lot of people and fired a lot of people and hired a lot more people. Just kept doing it until he could hire a crony crew that will agree with whatever he says, be it right or wrong. Notice how every time you had somebody who worked under Trump, if they didn't specifically agree with everything he said, you know, or something he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, which a lot of times he didn't, he would get rid of them. He'd be like, he just hired them. Yeah. And I think what was going on when they were pointing out things that he was trying to mislead people with, boom. He lowered the boom on them and got rid of them. Yeah. That's what's been going on. Okay, it says Trump administration's decision to let states chart their own responses to the coronavirus crisis rather than impose a national strategy, which, based on what he said, he wanted to wash his hands of it. He's a punk. Because I remember he was saying yesterday, he's like, well, the states do their own thing. We don't, you know, we're just secondary. No, when it comes to a national crisis, you stupid, incompetent son of a bitch, you're supposed to step up your game, not fall back. That's basically what he was saying. He's trying to wash his hands of this situation altogether. You're not a leader. You failed to lead. You really did. You had no business running this country in the first damn place. You had no business being in office. You had no business running, period. Because you didn't know what the fuck you was doing. And that's a fact. And it's obvious. You know? But this is what it says. It says the Trump administration's decision to let states chart their own responses to the coronavirus crisis rather than impose a national strategy, that means to lead, will cost thousands of lives and likely to result in an open-end outbreak rolling across the country. It's kind of already there. A dozen public health experts told the network, NBC. So they were suggesting that's the only way to win what Trump called a war against the invisible enemy is to establish a unified federal command, which is true. He doesn't have that. It says so far the government has leveraged its authority and influence to dramatically expand testing and tracing measures, ensure a sufficient supply of crucial medical equipment, or require residents of all 50 states to stay home. He hasn't done none of that. And he keeps dilly-dallying every time he's, well, some states might get this and some states might get that. No. You're supposed to make sure that it's adequate for every state. You know? The problem is Trump bit off more than he can fucking chew. That's exactly what happened. When he decided to get rid of all these experts, okay, and figure he knows better than everybody. This is the son of a bitch that told you that he knew more than military people, doctors, lawyers, you know. Because remember, he fired a couple of lawyers. He fired a few lawyers that work with him, you know. Scientists. He knows more times. Yeah, he knew everything. And he never got checked on that. Never. He didn't get checked. He didn't get checked on none of that stuff. None of it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, totally ridiculous. He knows what's going on. And here's the other thing. This is the reason why they don't talk about doing anything else. All you just do is babble. Each day that passes without a strategy, the experts say, will raise the ultimate U.S. death toll from COVID-19. The disease associated with the virus, of course. There aren't enough tests and gears. There are not enough tests and gears as states compete with one another to buy them on the open market. He's creating chaos right here. Instead of him saying, okay, let's break it down. Let's do what we can to try and make sure that they get an adequate, each state get an adequate enough supply. He's going to let them find out. Between other companies. He's not going to mandate a national thing to help them out. He doesn't care. He really don't care. Knowing the states are already having enough problems because of overcrowding with the hospitals and having to rent out other facilities to place people in them to take care of them. Knowing the states are being taxed with all of their resources. He knows this. He's not trying to do anything to lift a finger to do anything about it. He wants to push all the agenda to the states, and he sit back and watch. Ain't that a bitch? It just doesn't make any sense. He don't care. It also says the Trump administration has declined to nationalize the medical logistics system and hasn't executed a national testing strategy. Then they haven't. But it also says although the president likely lacks the legal authority to impose a national stay-at-home order, he has declined to urge each governor to do so, which is true. 8 states currently have opposed one, including they haven't imposed one. 8 states, including Pennsylvania and Texas, and we're right near Pennsylvania. By the way, we're about an hour and a half away from there. Oh man! But it's obvious. Governors and doctors all over are reporting critical shortages of gear. So it's gonna make it harder for them to get tests for the viruses, Right out here in PG County, Maryland, man, they just enacted the first one at FedEx Field, and it's only going to be for 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, This is ridiculous, man. And this is what it says. This is really... Oh man, this is what gets me right here. Trump, and I remember him saying that, continues to assert that the government's role is to support the states, not lead. Dude, you're not doing a good job of even supporting, let alone leading. That's the whole point. If you were doing a good job of supporting the states, you would do it by leading at this point, But you don't do a good job of supporting, period. And this is the other bullshit he's saying. Massive amounts of medical supplies, even hospitals and medical centers, are being delivered directly to the states and hospitals by the federal government. This is what he tweeted. And this is what he said. He make a little smart-ass remark. Some have insatiable appetites and are never satisfied. And then he put it in the quotations, politics. Remember, we are a backup for them. Yeah. This is what he says. This is what he says. He's such a douchebag. He is such a douchebag. Then he says, let me see, hold on. The complainant should, and then it cuts off. I mean, he just really gets on my freaking damn nerves, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It just I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, either way, it's not good. But like I've said, and other people have said, you're warned. We're warned. Bill Gates, whose videos I did watch for years, has always stated about this. Some people say, and I'm starting to believe it too, that Bill Gates was a part of the this issue too. I'm not going to go into detail about that right now about him because he's not leading the country. Douchebag Trump is. So someone else said, we live in a nation that has a system of federalism and the governors get to make the decision. Okay. Here's my thing. When the governors of these states deplete their funds, depleted of everything they can do, they call on what they say state of emergency. Okay? When all the resources have been used and been exhausted, that's what they do. The president, at some point, and not in too far distant future, has to enact assistance. He's not doing a good job of that. I'm sorry, he's not. And anybody says he is a damn fool. And yeah, I said it. But on the other hand, you got people who don't want to stay at home. That doesn't help either. And there's been reports of that as well. It's just, I'm almost to a point, I don't want to read this stuff. It pisses me off so bad. And this is what it says. In a conference call with the nation's governors, I guess it happened this week, Trump has said respirators, ventilators, all of the equipment, try getting it yourselves. Now, this is the same motherfucker. Yeah, I'm saying it. This is the same motherfucker. Excuse my French. I'm going to say it one more goddamn time. This the same motherfucker who took out $2 trillion. He was gleefully to try to get that out. And talked all that bullshit about, you ain't got to do what's going to do a lot of things for people. What's going to be a beautiful thing? We're going to help people out. Yeah. He don't even want to assist. When you make a statement like that, when you make a statement like try getting it yourselves, he is not trying to lead. Then he gets mad because people talk about his lack of leadership. And he's like trying to get all the glory and credit for something that he does not have any common sense to do. Because he don't care. It's obvious he really don't give a damn. He does not give a damn. These governments ain't got time to be trying to put in contracts to bid for equipment. It's the one time you would think that Trump, if he had any fucking common sense, would enact executive order to help the states out. That's what you need to be doing. You know what I mean? That's exactly what the F he needs to be doing, is enacting an executive order to help these states out. He doesn't want to do it. He thinks it's the state's responsibility to help themselves on everything. When you deplete your resources as a state, you call the feds. It's not like, oh, okay, well, we overspent the money on the lottery, so we're going to call you because of the national state emergency. This is a national state emergency because people all over the country are getting sick and dying. Okay? Now you got babies are getting sick. Trump is personal, man. It's personal. He's willing to, he doesn't care. He is, right now, I'm trying to maintain my composure as much as possible because he pisses me off so bad. He really does. He does. And I'm being serious. He pisses me off so bad. I'm right now, I'm angry. I'm very angry. I'm very upset. I'm very sad about all of this bullshit that's going on right now. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all. You know, this mess makes no damn sense to me. Makes no sense. You know, and I'm reading it. It's like, wow. One governor saying I just tell you what he said. He told NBC, either people are over promising, like Trump, or we get outbid at the last moment, often by the feds. Often by the feds. By the way, they're often swooping in and coming in and purchasing. The one thing Trump said he wasn't doing. You know. It doesn't make any sense, man. I don't know. It's just... I'll say this. Guys and gals. Read the article from your local news station or go to NBCnews.com and look for where it says Trump administration's lack of a unified coronavirus strategy will cost lives, says a dozen experts. Now you can tell I'm stammering right now. I'm upset. I, as an American citizen, as an American U.S. taxpayer, I have every right to be upset at this milquetoast, bloated, blowhard, no good, rotten ass, orange face, no caring son bitch who happened to be y'all president. Okay? I wonder how some of these people are feeling now who put him in office 3 years ago, thinking he was going to be able to, quote unquote, lead. If you ever watched the show The Apprentice that Trump had ran on television for years, ever watched the show? Notice he didn't do much leading. He delegated. I watched that. He faked being the boss. He just delegates. Bosses do lead. Or real, he never really had great leadership on that show, as far as I'm concerned. He was perpetrating fraud. Kind of like what he's doing now. He's perpetrating the fraud. He does it every day, been doing it every day since he's been in office. And really before that with the birthday thing against former President Obama. That's another whole story. He's showing his true colors right now, ladies and gentlemen. This guy not only is not trying to lead, he's not trying to assist or support the states like he's supposed to. He's not. And right now, until he can prove his point, he's a failure. He is. I don't matter how many times he cried and talking about how great of a job him and the staff been doing. He's a total effing failure. We are, if we hadn't already approached, we're pretty much 250,000 people have contracted the disease or this virus. And it was reported today, more than 6,000 deaths happened in this country in the past month. We need to wake up. That White House administration of his and himself needs to wake up. Not tomorrow, not in 3 weeks, not in a month, not in 6 months, but right the fuck now. I apologize for cursing so much today. I mean, I've been saying for a while I was trying to curb it. But this guy, man, I'm telling you, he got all kinds of excuses for why he's not doing what he's doing. And then he give you a update about how great he's doing. Go make that make sense, guys and gals. Meanwhile, I'm going to work out in my home gym and try to take a little of this bullshit off my mind. This is DJ Wolf. Y'all have a great day. Of course, I will be doing updates throughout the day like I've been doing all week. And I will continue to do so. Until we win. And move on past this. It's DJ Wolf. I'm out.